Good evening from London. It's a bleak, rainy day here in London, and hello to all dear comrades, friends, and supporters from Dr. Dermot Hudson, the chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, chairman of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK, an official delegate of KFA for the UK, President of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics, and of course, the owner of this very channel, Songun 007, the voice of Songun and Juche in the UK, and defending people's career with no ifs or buts. And of course, today in the UK, it's Coronation Day, which I've actually spent studying the Juche Idea, doing a bit of spring cleaning, writing complaints to British Gas because of their high prices, and likewise to BT and to the property management company here, all thieving parasites. And I've also been intensively studying the Juche Idea and a bit of work on my new book that I'm writing, which is called The Socialist Paradise of Juche. So anyway, this video is about fake left slanders against people's career, which have been out in force today. Events around the coronation of a new head of state of the UK have been used to slander and demonise the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK, or People's Korea. Some liberals, anarchists, and people calling themselves leftists or socialists, or shall we say self-identifying as leftists, have been blaring on social media, "It's like North Korea," quote unquote, when referring to the arrests of anti-monarchy protesters. Our response to this is, firstly, it's insulting to refer to the dignified and independent DPRK as North Korea, quote unquote, rather than using its proper title. Secondly, such statements are based on a number of false comparisons and show a lack of understanding. In fact, they show extreme political illiteracy, failure to understand the difference between the capitalist and socialist system. Thirdly, they are a slander on people's career, trying to make out that the DPRK is a terrible place, and basically repeating the lies of the capitalist mainstream media, which these people are supposed to be against. And just to give an example here, I've chosen this particular organisation because a relative of mine really hates them. Just Stop Oil, in a tweet about the arrest of anti-monarchy protesters, said that it was like, and I quote, Pyongyang, North Korea, not Westminster, end of quote. By the way, Just Stop Oil and Extinction Rebellion are both funded by sections of the bourgeoisie. Now, some people may not believe this, may balk at this fact, but it's true. For example, a multimillionaire and so-called green capitalist, Dale Vince, is a donor to Just Stop Oil, and I was just reading on the internet that reputedly he is worth £100 million, and of course There is Greta Thunberg, or whatever she's called. She's from a wealthy family, actually linked to the Swedish establishment. So it's not actually so mysterious why movements such as these do not support socialist countries and repeat imperialist slanders about them. So let's refute these slanders. People's Korea is not a monarchy. Marshal Kim Jong Un is the elected head of state and was elected as General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea by the 8th Congress of the Workers' Party of Korea in 2021. And that Congress represented millions of members of the Workers' Party of Korea. In 2010, Comrade Kim Jong Un was elected by the Third Conference of the Workers' Party of Korea as Vice Chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea and as a member of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. Later, in April 2012, he was elected to the top posts of the party and state by the Conference of the Workers' Party of Korea and by the Supreme People's Assembly. Under a monarchy, the head of state is not elected. There was no coronation in the DPRK, no golden coaches, no anointing with magic oils. But instead, ordinary working people voting for a new leader through the party and representative organs such as the Supreme People's Assembly. President Kim Il-sung, the founder of People's Korea and eternal leader of the country, came from a most humble background. He was the son of a poor peasant. He fought a 15-year-long armed struggle, often sleeping in forests. As the leader of the DPRK, he led a modest life, often dressed in the same clothes as workers and farmers, and visited ordinary work units and villages many times. Chairman Kim Jong Il actually worked on construction sites in Pyongyang and at lathe number 26 in the Pyongyang textile machinery factory. He wore the same parka for many years. Rain, snow or sunshine, leader Kim Jong Il gave on-the-spot guidance in the period of the arduous march and forced march, which lasted from September 1994 to December 1999. Comrade Kim Jong Il gave on-the-spot guidance 247 times, covering a distance of 129,000 kilometres. Marshal Kim Jong Un himself is a true people's leader who visits ordinary people, and he was the first on the scene when parts of the country were flooded. The DPRK is a socialist country. It is based on the social and collective ownership of the means, production, distribution and exchange. The people are masters of everything. Marshal Kim Jong Un does not own any property or have any personal wealth. His residence is the property of the state. There is no crushing of dissent in the DPRK. In fact, people in the DPRK are able to discuss the planning of the economy at their workplaces and also run their own localities through the People's Neighbourhood units. In so-called democratic countries, again quote unquote, to the West, the capitalist world, real decisions are not made by elected bodies such as Parliament or the US Congress, but actually made by the big corporations, the banks, the landowners and the upper echelons of the civil service, the unelected, unseen elite, none of which have been elected by the people. When did you ever vote for the boss of Amazon, or the boss of Tesco, or Lidl, or Aldi? When Lloyds Bank took over the TSB Bank, did you vote for it? Were you consulted? The simple answer is no. In People's Korea, citizens have free housing, virtually free food, free healthcare, free education, and there is no taxation. Therefore, there is nothing for people to protest about. In People's Korea, there is the single-hearted unity of the leader, the party, and masses, which does not exist anywhere else in the world. Let us defend People's Korea with no ifs or buts, and defend it against all enemies. Not just the bourgeois or capitalist mainstream media, but also the fake left, revisionists and liberals and so on. Anyway, thank you for watching this video today. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel Songun 007, please consider subscribing to the channel and to the affiliated channel Korean Friendship Association of the UK. And I notice on the channel we're nudging towards 2,000 subscribers, so let's go for it. Let's get up to 2,000, and please share content from this channel as much as possible. What is also very important is to support the activities of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK and the British group for the study of the Juche Idea. Now, we've got a meeting coming up in Liverpool on May the 20th, which I will be speaking at, and we'll be talking about the US imperialist threats to People's Korea. So if you're in Liverpool, the Merseyside of the Northwest, please make an effort to get along to that meeting. The details will be on Facebook and Telegram and Twitter and so on. And lastly, if you want to sort of find books which defend People's Korea, please check out our bookstore on lulu.com. There'll be a link in the description. Again, thank you for listening. Have a great day and see you again soon. Goodbye.